Good morning. It's April the 12th, 2020. Here's to hoping you and all of your family are safe and healthy. In this episode, we're going to look at two potential futures and see if the indicators are backing up a burst to the high side up to this Fibonacci level, or are we going to top out as we did back here and pull back and retest lower levels? I'm super glad you're here to take some time to go over the analysis today, but be sure to go to the website and get the free webinar so that you get the 5 stages of the trade and you understand the 1, 2, 3 bottom formation that goes along with the indicators that I look through on the daily basis here. As Bitcoin prices are moving up in what might be a bear flag here, we can see that the longs have come down to a really low level and the shorts have been working their way all the way up through this period of time right now. So if we break higher, the shorts are going to have to close their positions. That means they're going to have to buy to get out of those positions. And it'll be probable that the longs will start to press their luck. And the longs really haven't been putting any kind of force into the market right now at all. Here's our weekly RSI for reference into the 12-hour time frame. And this is important because we're watching for this trend line to break. And it really does match up well here. So we are setting up a potential 1, 2, 3 top formation retest now, and it'll be really important to see what happens as these levels are broken. On the 4-hour time frame, we can see that the RSI is a little bit of a divergence here. Our exponential moving averages are coming out to cross over, but the big thing is that we are coming underneath this 1, 2, 3 top formation, and any breaks below this level are really sell signals right there as we're setting this up. Should we start breaking above these levels, though, that is a real change of direction. And what we're watching for confirmation is the rejection on a lower level here, or that we are coming up into higher overbought territories as we're breaking higher. That is a confirmation of the actual buy from what I'm thinking right now. Here in the on-balance volume, this is where I get my bullish sentiment, is that the reversal here, the buying going on after we've hit, even though the volume isn't decreasing, it has been all buying volume. The volume was decreasing here, but it was all negative on-balance volume. So this is a very different setup where we are right now. And I want to zoom in on this. Here we are in the daily time frame, just watching to see this volume on the really short time frames now as we move in. Because this is going to start giving us the inside scoop. Are we going higher? This is going to stay positive and start building into more positive volume, especially as we're breaking out strong like this, should we do that. And if we don't, then this is going to turn to negative on balance volume as we're moving down these ranges. For my own part, I like to zoom right in and zoom right in. I don't want to clear this off, but I do want to pay attention now to the flavor of the transactions going on here. We can see that this right on the 15-minute time frame, this has changed so that we do have the big dumping, but it is starting to pick up in volume. We'll just continue to watch this volume, and it's got to pick up as we're breaking above these levels. This will be our big key to see if this is the 1, 2, 3 top formation that is going to be turning into a sell signal now, or if it's going to be breaking off higher as we're looking. We'll start out on the 4-hour MACD as a spoiler. We can see that the crossover on this has been a bullish sign all the way along as we're moving up in the bull market now. This is the bullish sign as we're coming down and crossing to the positive. Let's see if it has the juice to keep going, or are we going to cross and pull back negative? There's still unproven here yet as we're moving ahead. A step back to the weekly view, we can see that the histograms are still easing back as this volume is pulling back. Let's move into the daily view. This has crossed positive. We've been parallel arms up. We remarked a couple episodes ago about the persistent positive histograms here, and as we go back, there's like no place in history that it stayed that persistently positive in the histograms. And so for me, this is starting to look really bullish. Let's clear this off and go into the 12-hour time frame. This is where it is crossed to the negative, and this is bearish. This must cross to the positive and move up above these levels. Should we be breaking above the breakout levels here? And we have this crossing positive and breaking above these levels, we know that it is a confirmed signal and it should not be ignored. And it's probably going to be pretty powerful since all those shorts are short in the market right now. And the longs still haven't put their money into it. Here in the weekly view of the Ichimoku Cloud, it's still bearish. It really doesn't give us any kind of direction for my own part. In the daily time frame, we do have the cross to the positive here, the blue going over the red. The cloud has not twisted positive, and our trailing indicator is starting to cut through everything. So those are the first stages, and it really could light up and go from there. Let's go to the 12-hour time frame. We see that we are already straight bullish. This is already a bullish stance, and it's holding itself bullish. It hasn't crossed any indication of bearish on this 12-hour time frame. There's always two different places to take a trade on the 1 2 3 formation, either on the breakout or let it come back and retest the number 2 point and then put your position on when you find strength off of there, because it's proven that it is not a fake out breakout that is coming back and going down. But should it bounce off of this and show strength, that is a confirmation of the 1 2 3 formation. Here on the 4-hour time frame, we could be seeing the classic buy signal on the uptrend for the Ichimoku Cloud. And you say, what is that? Well, there are a few components. First of all, we must be going up. The blue line is above the red line. That it crosses and we move into the cloud. Then the blue line crosses back above the red line as we're moving up out of the cloud. When that crossover happens, that is the buy signal on the uptrend for this time frame of the Ichimoku Cloud. Here on the 1-hour time frame, we've got the crossover. It's really noisy. Instead of the Ichimoku so much, I see the 1 2 3s forming here. The 1 2 3s finding support, the 1 2 3 finding support and breaking above those levels of support all the way along here is that's the pattern I look for. So as we're breaking and we're building those more and more supports all the way along, for me, this is a really big bullish phase, and that there's something going to be built on top of this really nice foundation. Here again, when we go to the Bollinger Bands, here's the spoiler actually, is on the 4-hour time frame. Each time here, we've had a little Bollinger Band mean reversion as the prices have come outside the 3rd standard deviation, which is a big one. Then outside the 2nd standard deviation, the 3rd standard deviation, the 3rd and 2nd standard deviation. And each time we've done that, it's held those levels and gone higher. So let's clear that off now and move out to our weekly view. Here in the weekly view, we've got the pillar bottom. We've got the pillar bottom. Not much I can see here, except that we are holding above the mid level. On the 12-hour time frame now, I'm watching for a mean reversion. Even though I'm really bullish, I've been wrong before. And so when it comes up to the levels that may be a reversion or going against my trading plan, that's another plan that I have to be ready for. And this is an important part of it now, is the 12-hour combined with the 4-hour Bollinger Bands. When they are both moving outside their 2nd and 3rd standard deviations together at the same time, that's where I'll be looking for a potential for a pause in the market, a divergence in the relative strength index on the really short time frame, and a very small time frame 1 2 3 top formation. So if those things are playing out, we'll be talking about it over in our Discord chat as it's happening. Of course, the next video episode probably will not catch the actual action, but we can lay out the action areas that we're planning for right now. So when we get up to the 78, 7700 level, that's going to be a level where the 12 and the 4-hour have a potential to be at a mean reversion together at the same time for me. So let's watch for that. Come and join us over on Discord. If you like this technical analysis and you want to continue with it through the day, come and join us over on Discord. And I always forget to mention, but there is a link down to the Telegram group down below. There are hundreds of people following the Telegram signals, and it's just to do with the indicators that we watch here on this episode. So we'll get indicator alerts when the Bollinger Band gets to that overbought territory here, and it looks like a mean reversion. We'll be getting those alerts. When the Ichimoku Cloud comes to specific levels on the 4 and the 12-hour time frames, we will get alerts about that. So be sure to come and join us over on Discord or on Telegram, whichever one is your favorite. And now let's finish the episode with what is going on with Bitcoin dominance. Here we can see that Bitcoin dominance has been dropping as Bitcoin prices have been rising. We were following along pretty closely, but now this is a split. So as Bitcoin dominance is dropping more, this means that altcoins are taking off. And we're measuring the altcoin progression here over on the Bull Market Watch spreadsheet. We have 49 markets in alert status right now, 5 new alert status coins right now, 8 are in hold status. So as these coins move from alert over to hold status, we'll have the data there. And it's important to know which coins are in your wallet right now because look, we have 25 markets of the 170 odd in Binance that are at near fail status. With the economy the way we are right now, the cryptocurrency projects that are going to survive are going to stand out right now. And those that are not going to survive, this is when they're going to have to close down. They're going to go bankrupt, just like many, many other businesses. So it's important to review your wallet and see which ones you're holding. And now let's zoom into the real-time charts here on the 1 minute view, and I'll see you over on our Discord chat.